What up, y'all? My name is Boss Angel. For the people who don't know, for the people who are returning, welcome back. So today I wanted to share a little bit about my experience at Kanye West's Sunday service. I went recently this past Sunday in Inglewood at the Forum, and it was fire. Like, let me just tell y'all, I had such a good time. It was such a good experience. We got our tickets at the last minute. And my homie was like, Kanye's doing a service tomorrow. So I Googled it. The tickets had just went on sale 30 minutes prior. We got them. It was three of us that went, and the tickets were only $10. Like, it wasn't too crazy. And it was just such a good experience. Like, I'm gonna put some clips in here so y'all can kind of see the vibes, but I had a really good time. Here's the thing. So when people saw that I went, it opened up the door for a lot of questions. And I just want to kind of share a little bit of my experience. Like, it felt like church. It felt like, because I grew up in church. I've always been in church. We grew up Baptist when I was younger. And then as I got a little older, maybe 8, we started going to a non-denominational church. And I still go to a non-denominational church. And at my church, we could wear jeans, we could wear t-shirts. So it's just like, it felt like church. I didn't feel any like religious spirits or vibes like, ooh, what she got on? Why is she wearing that? Why is she here? Like, and I feel like it was really just a time for you to go and worship God and enjoy worshiping God. And it was just dope. Like, it was a lot of praise and worship songs, a lot of songs that from my childhood that were sung, and just worship. Like, the focal point was it was on God, but the choir is who originally performed, like who mostly performed. Kanye, he said a few of his verses, like on his songs. He performed some of his new album, Jesus is King, which I think is fire. And then he sung like some old school gospel songs as well. Kenny G came, played the saxophone. I just learned who that was. Don't at me, okay? Just don't at me. I think he's dope, and that's another thing. Like, he brought in somebody who is legendary. So young people like me are learning about these musical legends. Like, I just love what he's doing, and as a Christian and as somebody who grew up in church, like, I don't have a problem with it at all. I think that everybody has to have their own individual relationship with God. And so what somebody else does, I don't see how it can bother you. Because, of course, there were people that was like, I can't believe you went to that. Like, and it's just like, okay, the thing is that I have my own personal relationship with God. I have Jesus Christ living on the inside of me. I have the Holy Spirit. Like, if there was somewhere that I went, or if there's something that I'm listening to that I'm not supposed to, God will absolutely let me know that I don't need to watch that. I don't need to be in there. Like, so I fully trust God. I worship God. I don't worship Kanye, but I like what he's doing. I like his transformation. And another thing that I want people to realize is, like, in the industry that he works in, and I've had experiences with the industry as well. Like, it's crazy. You see stuff, you hear stuff, you experience stuff, you get opportunities to do things that a lot of people don't know. It's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and we don't know what his journey has been like. And we have to learn how to accept one another and love one another, and not judge somebody else for their journey. And in judge, I mean, like, he's crazy, what's wrong with them? I don't know why she would do that. Like, you can't say those types of things about people when you don't know their journey and you don't know their backstory and their history or their testimony. And what I liked was that opened up the opportunity for me to give my testimony. It opened up the door for conversation, and it allowed people to give their hearts to God. And at the end of the day, like, in this world, we need God, we need Jesus. And if you're gonna use your platform for good and you're gonna put God and put Jesus on the pedestal that he deserves to be on, by all means, I'm here for it. We have promoted evil and wrongdoing long enough. Like, and that's just me being real. Like, we've promoted guns and sex and drugs, and I ain't gonna lie, like, a lot of that stuff is very, very catchy. So I'm not like dissing it or nothing like that, but we've promoted that long enough. It's time for us to talk about God. It's time for us to talk about love and the joy and the peace that comes with having a relationship with God. Like, it's time to put that stuff on a pedestal. Like, let's let people know. Let's use our platforms to let people know. And that's why on these videos I talk about how I get up and how I spend time with God, and how God has placed, you know, certain things inside of me and certain desires in my heart, and the temptations that I deal with. Like, that's why I get in front of this camera and I have real talk with whoever's watching. I don't have this platform and the influence that I have and the clothing line. Shameless plug. But I don't have all of that to say that I'm so great and look at me. Like, no, it's to show you that without God, I couldn't do none of this. God has helped me and allowed me to do everything that I'm doing right now. So I'm going to use my platform to let people know that he's dope. He's at the center of my life, and that's just that on that. And I respect Kanye for having such a platform and paving the way and doing that. So, you know, I just thank you guys so much for watching. I thank you for being on this journey with me, of course, and just allowing me to be transparent and honest about my journey. And if you get a chance to go to a Sunday service, go. Absolutely. Or watch it on, I think the whole video is on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, but it's amazing. And at the end of the day, we are all human beings, and we all have a journey, and we all have, you know, a story to tell, and we all need Jesus. Okay, I'm logging off. Bye.